So a little over a year ago, we did some chores at our deer camp. Steve, my brother, Ryan, and I had all these plans to do multiple different things, but one of the main things was putting up a deer feeder at a new spot that we'd hunted for the first time the year before. Our plan was to put the deer feeder up, and then this first camp was going to be coming here in September, and they were going to be putting corn and turning the feeder on. Well, a little bit after we left, the bears discovered the deer feeder. It was a big plastic deer feeder. I think it was like wild game, or it could be a Moultrie. I don't remember what it was, but basically they broke it in half. I don't know if they were hanging from it, swinging from it, whatever. Regardless, it broke. It takes us 8 to 9 hours to get from deer camp to home, and on the way home we started seeing the bears show up. We were like, that'd be pretty cool if we could actually get a bear tag. So we tried to get the leftover bear tags. There was none left by the time that we signed in the morning. They were all gone. And Ryan knew that he had enough points where he could get a bear tag this year. We came back a couple weeks ago and filled a barrel attached to a chain around the tree underneath the feeder where they were already being active. We filled it with granola, dog food, candy, all types of stuff. Ryan ended up getting a bunch of cotton candy flavoring, donut glaze, and we just basically put it everywhere to get the scent. We had caramel. We had tons of stuff that he got at this place in, I don't know, somewhere in here. So me and Ryan came up a couple weeks ago. We put all this bait out and all this stuff to really get it scented and nice and smelly. It smells good for the bears. And it rained. It literally rained the night that we left. So in this video, there's no hunting or anything, but we do a bunch of scouting. We walk all over our property. We'll walk all over the neighboring property, which is logging company property where we're allowed to hunt. They recently logged the neighboring property, so deer seem to be more active in there, eating on the browse and so on. So this is the video of us scouting, and in tomorrow's video, we will have the actual bear hunt. Me and Ryan made it to camp. We are driving back to camp through the back, which is usually just a UTV trail. When we came here 3 weeks ago, we discovered that they had recently graded it. We think that we can drive all the way back to camp in his truck, pulling my Razor. We planned on driving the Razor back to make sure that we thought we could make it back to camp with the truck. And Ryan's doing a full send. Forget the Razor, forget the test drive. We're going for it.
It's a good game, dude. I like this a lot. I don't know. I'll have to make up my own rules because I don't think it exists right now, but. Shh.
So we're out right now. We're just scouting for deer season. We have 2 days before the bear season starts, and we just brought up some bait yesterday, put it out, and we're basically just avoiding the area that we plan on hunting on Saturday. And so we're just trying to scout different areas of the land that we have access to, see what we find out here. We found some stuff here a couple years ago, and we really wanted to look into it last year, and we just never got around to it because we were just hunting our stand so hard because the first group didn't see any deer. Therefore, they were really hoping that we could capitalize on that fact. But we're out here now, and we're just looking at new spots, but they did a lot of logging out here, and so it's pretty exciting because it provides a lot more opportunity. We've seen a lot more deer sign than we've ever seen in the summer before. Like, we've been up here in the summer and you just don't see a lot of deer sign because there's just so much land. The fresh cuts close to our property line, there's been a lot of deer sign, and I put up 4 cameras yesterday, and 2 of the cameras already have deer pictures. And we were out there lollygagging around and putting our scent everywhere, and they didn't seem to care. And we didn't put any bait out. It's strictly salt blocks that we left here a year ago. There's a huge rock right there. Looks like the thing from that Pokemon movie. Yeah, it does look like the thing from the land. That's crazy.
Right, in that muck too.
Mm-hmm.
Like fucking stand. Oh no, that was a different species.
That's crazy. Yeah. couple miles from camp, and we're trying to get to this marsh, and it's pretty cool. Definitely a lot of trails comes down to the water. Something you'll see a lot here, and then on the walk in from there's the logging road. We passed over the logging road that we came in on, and from there it's about a couple hundred yards south of our logging road, and we're a couple miles. We walked all the way here from camp. There's a heavy trail coming from the logging road to here, so they're definitely using this as a watering hole, or a regular watering hole.
Won't call anybody individually, but to our sponsors, appreciate it. UP, Hunt, Bear, couldn't do it without you guys. Thank you. Oh yeah. I still really like it.
I do too.
So when it sits up here and it melts down into the whole stump, every time it rains, like, you know, I wish our noses were that good, but they're not.
Right.
It just soaks in.
I'm actually really glad they're not that good, because the 2 farts that you let go today about killed me.
They're all honeys, unless someone says different. I've never seen them growing on I believe it's the
Stump.
birch stump. Usually
Yeah.
they grow on white oaks. And if you come back here in, I don't know, 3-4 days, this thing will be
Really?
ballooned out to like dinner plate.
Huh.
And the best time to eat them is when they're capped like that. See how they're capped at the stem?
Yeah.
But when they come off from the cap, I mean, yeah, I think these are honey mushrooms.
Huh.
Or over there on that. I'd just be curious if
There's something else?
If anyone knew that they grew on birch trees.
Oh.
Because typically when
There's
I
a
see 'em
bunch.
down,
There's a big one over here.
when I see them downstate, they're all on white oaks. They all look classic honey mushroom to me.
Huh.
What they'll do is you'll clean them up, and people do they'll dry them out and they'll do carvings and shit.
Oh, that makes sense. I mean, that thing was hard as a rock. It took me
Yeah.
like 4 kicks to get it off there.
Yeah, I think it's called the shelf mushroom,
It's pretty cool.
which is kind of unique. I mean, it's kind of like doing a chainsaw art.
Right.
It's kind of that realm of people. Look at all that there. This is like, they don't want to eat this. Look at this. It's got spikes on it, but it's eaten.
Well, it's obviously been eaten.
Well,
Maybe we have a Sasquatch in here, so I
I do
can.
like Sasquatch. I do like that theory. You know, there's a way to test that too.
Gonna hit some wood on the tree.
Gotta wood it. We got a whoop. I want to have a good Sasquatch whoop.
Either.
I left my Sasquatch call at home.
It is weird how it's just cleared out right here. There's like nothing.
Well, I like this too. I really do. This is like, it's thorny.
Right.
Boom. But look at how it's sheared
It's like
off.
perfectly cut.
Sheared off.
There we have a trespasser. Just lives here.
Squatter.
Sasquatter. I mean, it looks like it's mostly moving that way too. If you look at the.
You got like lumbar support, pillow, footrest.
Footrest.
You know what I mean? Like,
Dude, that is weird.
imagine if I was squatched out and like my lower back would like go like here. My feet would go down there and my head would be up yonder.
Yeah, I mean, you give 2 feet on each end.
Honestly, I gotta give them credit.
It's pretty comfortable.
Yeah, it's like, it's pretty good.
It'd just come out and then go out that way.
Right, that's why I want to look at the next spot. Look at that, tripwire. You know, he's gonna know we're here.
We're looking at a spot that we set up last year. We actually never hunted, but they tore up that stump as we saw earlier. But then as we walk down here, there's this one tree right here set up. They left this one tree, so a logging company leaves the one tree in the middle and then they drive around the tree. I don't know if they do it on purpose, but we were at another spot today and they did the same thing. It was at the end of the trail. They leave one tree in the middle and they drive around it. We're just finding some like really weird sign. There's a lot of cedar in here, and it's really hard to find like baby cedar. I should say it's baby cedar. And really hard to find baby cedar up here because the deer just tear it up, and you rarely see small cedar trees. Of course, according to Ryan, but he works in forestry, so he knows. He's constantly looking for this stuff, so he knows. And there seems to be a ton of it in here, so we don't know what kind of den this is. This is definitely some kind of den. We haven't seen any poop. Like, we've seen a little, I think one dropping. Other than that, we haven't seen much, but we'll fill you in.
Kind of palm, and then right here, it's like this. This is the shape of it.
There's a bear. But did a bear just walk through here, or does he live here?
Could have been. But then I look here, I'm like, okay, another mud track.
Right.
I'm like, all right, well, that's your classic. I think we got a classic moose knuckle right here. There's a moose print.
I think this is a moose den, man.
It really does have that feel and that flavor.
Right, and I mean, who knows? They probably could eat thorny stuff. They got big old horse teeth. This is all cut up, like this is all ate off here.
Like a rub.
A little rub, yeah.
Little rub.
That's an old rub, dude. That's last year.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah, that's good. I think it's some kind of a moose den, I guess. I don't know what you call it. But last year we had a camera set up at the end of this lane, and we got a lot of moose pictures. And they were just walking down the lane past the camera. So I think it's probably a moose area where they bed and sleep.
Is this a hand rub? Is this
Dude,
like a squatch rub?
That is weird.
I mean, I don't know. And the fact it was stuck in the ground like this. Sure, I know trees fall out of the sky, but it was sitting here and rested. I can't even do it.
You can't do it. Like, Sasquatch should have higher intelligence than us, I guess.
It was like leaning perfectly. I don't even know how you got it. I got it right in the same hole.
That is a weird thing, though, that it's rubbed off. I mean, what if
It's not
there's
a
no
tree.
teeth marks?
Like, man, he's just walking through the woods, you know what I mean? Like,
That is the weirdest thing. I mean, it's all rubbed off.
and it was stuck in the ground.
Right.
And leaning
Living perfect in a tree.
perfectly, where it was like, you know.
Regardless if it's a moose track or not, it's still a den.
Yeah, but Squatch is riding
Squatch is riding the moose. Got
the
it.
moose.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
We're
Why
happy.
wouldn't he?
Right.
That's his.
That's why we never see their feet. That's why we only see Sasquatch feet, footprints, when they jump off the moose. Have another stroke, Josh. Okay. So I told Ryan my brother should clear this out. This is his stands little area, and my brother's seen one deer here, and we got this open. I mean, it seems like a really good spot because you have this open area in front of you. You have a trail that gets walked a lot. We've put mineral blocks up here that they have tore apart. You know, I mean, look at those holes were made by deer and moose and whatever digging at the minerals. But come deer season, he does not see a deer. So a few years ago, we set this up in, I think, 2015. A moose came in and it broke. They've got a crossbeam that went this way, and it broke it like that. And it came in and rubbed it and broke it. And there was no, I mean, if you look at everything, there's no bear or any kind of marks. It had to have been a moose. But this is the cedar shack.
No, we found moose there.
And we did find moose hair on it, yep. But this is the cedar shack. It's my brother's stand. I can't show you the inside. So we're at the tin can, which really didn't get hunted a lot last year. They did shoot like a really super small buck here in the first camp, which I forgot about. Stealth Camp Fusion up here, I had it set up at a different spot last night. We actually did get some pictures, but I want to see if there's anything hitting this salt block. So we have a mineral block here. We have this mineral block here on a stump that we set here last year. It didn't get dissolved all the way, but I mean it's just saturated this stump with minerals, and they just tore it up just like the last one we were at. So I'm gonna leave this here for probably till Sunday night or maybe Monday. I don't know, it just depends on what we plan on doing on Monday, but I'm gonna leave it here for till then, and then once we decide where we're putting the new corn feeder, I'll be putting it facing the corn feeder, and hopefully we get some action on that, and then that will stay cellular, and then we'll be able to get the images back at home. And then I'm gonna have some non-cellular trail cameras here. Ryan, are you leaving your camera here? And then I think my brother's gonna have one cellular trail camera left here, but to be honest, we really don't need the cellular trail cameras. It's just more of a, get us pumped up for the deer season. But last year, it's not like they help you. They just kind of let you know that there's deer here, and that's about it. That's it. So this is, if you look at this area, this is what we cleared out last year. If you guys see it, our hunting chores video, we cleared all this out last year, all the way down to this cedar swamp, and we're pretty excited to get in here and hunt this year because there's a lot more deer activity than what we expected. I mean, we have a lot of good spots, honestly. Goodish. We should just clear that tree out and try to plant some stuff down here next year. They work. That's really weird. Starting the camera. Just sink into it. So my brother and Gary are going to be here in 2 hours. If he gets the bear, we'll throw it on Razor, drive out to his truck. So we're taking his truck out, and then Eric's never drove through the back before, so we're going to meet him and then ride with him back to camp. We got 2 hours to spare. It takes an hour to get out, so therefore we're going to we're trying to get to this river that I tried to get to last hunting season. I wasn't even close, and even in this dry summer that we're having here, it's hard to get through. But this ground is like really super weird. It's like really spongy, and you just see, every step I take, I'm worried that's going to happen, and it happened. Hopefully it's worth the trip.
If you hunted out here, you're gonna be shooting moose and fucking deer, though.
I don't care. That'd be fun.
I don't either. I don't think you're fucking
Me and Ryan made it to the spot where I was trying to get to last year. There's no way I would have made it on my own carrying 3 sticks and a platform. And regardless, we got back here and got a little risky at the end there. It was pretty wet. And then it was a little risky right before that because it looked like it was the housing of a moose. A lot of moose sign, everything was broken over, and there's big, fat, wide trails, which made it nice and easy to get to the point where we got to. But it would have been nice if the moose would have just walked all the way down here for us. What a jerk. Well, we're hoping maybe we see a moose come out here in this marsh. It'd be pretty cool. But what I thought was a creek is pretty much a river. I think it's called a creek, though. We're going to sit down, have a beer, probably just enjoy this for a little bit, and make our way back.
fast, maybe.
That was not like that yesterday.
No, we would have seen that. It's moose, though, right?
Yeah.
See the big track in there.
Maybe they are in rut right now. I don't know when a moose goes in rut. I mean, that's fresh. That water, that dirt is wet.
Right.
of teaching us on how to use a saddle. And my brother has a whole new technique that I don't know what he's doing to get this thing up here, but it's not what we did last year. So we'll hopefully see if this works. So my brother and Gary are supposed to put this up by themselves tomorrow while we're hunting, but since we have the time, we decided to help them out a little bit. Do you have your lineman's belt back on? Okay.
It's hard to take it. If you get it up to here, that's all that matters. How high can you step?
There you go. I'll put weight on it. There, it sinks down just like that.
Creepy.
A couple times tonight. Peanut butter's really good. Peanut butter.
Bunch of union work going on here.
Yeah, you're looking good, man.
So yeah, about 30 minutes before sunset, and we got we're out here a little late trying to get this thing up. Took a couple tries to get that cables up there, and yeah, it's been fun. We ended up getting that feeder up, but it was raining pretty hard, so I didn't do a lot of talking. But that's it for this vlog. I mean, we're gonna be hunting tomorrow. We got it up. That's what she said. Yeah, that's it for this vlog. I don't know how good it was because we just did a lot of walking around, but we'll be bear hunting tomorrow. So hopefully you guys can look forward to that. Thanks for watching.